Hi, we are Mythical Cloud. Welcome to our channel. Today we are gonna do something very fun because we're gonna do a tier list of all Eurovision songs for the year 2023. We're kind of hoping to do it a little bit earlier before the competition, but we're gonna do it now. We are 1 week away and we had some time to think about the songs, to listen to the songs, and now we want to share with you our tier list. Now, please remember that these are our opinions. This is what we think about this year's songs. It doesn't mean that, for example, if we put a song in the bottom tier that it's a bad song. It's not. It's just not something that we personally like or would like to listen to more than once, maybe.
Also, our opinions are not the same. There are songs I like that she doesn't like, so we're gonna be talking about that too.
So, buckle up and please join us in this journey.
Okay, so we start with Albania.
And what do you think about Albania?
What's the name of the song of Albania?
Do ya?
Huh?
Do ya?
What's the...
I have no idea.
You forgot the song?
No, I know. Do ya?
The family song.
Yes, everybody comes in. It's a one big family hit.
Okay, yeah, the one that we saw online that there was a lot of people liking, but
yeah, it's not our cup of tea. It's not our jam. We appreciate it for a song that it is, but we do not.
I think it's boring. I think it's a boring song, and that's it.
Yeah, that's true.
I think it's a boring song. It sounds like one of those like old people song.
Okay, yeah, I understand what you mean. Basically, it's not our top contender, and unfortunately, we're gonna put it in.
Where do you want to put it?
To be honest, I would put it in atrocious. It doesn't mean that the song is atrocious, okay? It's not a bad song. It's just personally I do not connect with it on any level, so we're gonna drop it there for now.
Atrocious?
Atrocious.
Okay, so we're starting
at the bottom.
We're starting at the bottom.
Okay, so the next one is Armenia with Future Lover. I gotta say I liked it better when I listened to it first time. Now with the time...
Can you remind me of the song?
I wanna be...
the good one.
Yeah.
That one is also like, it's not very energetic, but it is a pretty song.
It is a pretty song. What I'm saying is that with time, it's, like some songs grow on you. Like I have songs here that grew on me with the time since we heard them the first time. This one hasn't really, it's the same.
So would you agree with me? Almost there?
Almost there, yeah. It's a good song, but there's something missing. It's too, and the freaking line about drinking smoothies in nearby cafes and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now we have Australia.
Mm-hmm.
And I do remember this song.
Good.
I do remember this song. It's not anything special to me, but at least I remember it.
That's true.
What do you think?
I would put it in all right. It's not a bad song. It's easy to listen to. The main vocalist is a good vocalist, but it's not a song that I would listen on my Spotify out of the,
Okay, so it's gonna be above Armenia. Is that it? It's gonna be alright?
Yeah, it's gonna be alright. It's gonna be above Armenia for sure. Because I still find it more interesting. They're Armenians, but it's not the best out there.
Okay. And what now?
Now we have Austria. Now we have one of the fan favorites this year with Edgar Allan Poe. And this is a song that I like because for me it's important if I can connect with the song, either because I emotionally connect or because it's a good production value, because it's nice to listen to and it's like a little masterpiece. And I do believe that Edgar Allan Poe is a little masterpiece when it comes to production and editing and the overall idea.
I think the song is very energetic. I think the lyrics are fun. I think the whole thing is like light-hearted, and I like it. I like it. I remember this song quite a lot. Sometimes it gets stuck in my head, so that's a good thing, I think.
So where should we put it? Does it deserve the top tier?
It sounds like you want to put it in amazing, but we need to look at this at the end and maybe balance it out a bit.
Okay, so
For now,
above average.
For now above average, and then we compare it to the others. Okay.
Okay. Then we have Azerbaijan.
Azerbaijan. I don't like this song. I think it's boring. I think it's very like a decade old, and even if it launched a decade ago, I would still find it boring comparing it to other songs of the genre. It's just not my cup of tea, and I honestly don't think it's gonna make it far in the competition.
I agree. I agree with the part when you say it's not gonna make far into the competition, because I don't think it's a good Eurovision song. It's a nice song if you're like in a. I always look at the songs that way. If you're in a car and it plays on, would you listen to it? Yes, I would. If it was like if I'm driving and this comes on, it's gonna be a nice song to drive to.
See, I wouldn't, because I wouldn't even let you listen to this song because you might fall asleep and then we would back.
Okay, that's a good point. But what I'm saying, I appreciate the song for what it is, but I don't think it's a good fit for Eurovision, and I also don't think it's gonna go far. So I would put it in, unfortunately, in atrocious.
Atrocious? So is it atrocious above?
Above Albania.
Yeah?
Yes. That's it.
Okay. I agree with that.
Belgium.
Belgium now. I have to say this song grew on me. I didn't like it at the start.
Mm-hmm.
Now I find it again. It's a fun song. It's energetic. It gets stuck in my head and it refuses to leave. And I'm really looking forward to see how they perform.
Yes, that's a big point as well, right? We're talking about songs that they were presented in the Eurovision playlist. So I'm pretty sure we're gonna try to record something similar after we see the semifinals and we see how they perform live, because all I can think about is Brividi from last year, which was a beautiful song that was murdered on the stage. But I agree, like Belgium, there are some parts of the songs that I'm not a big fan of, and there are some parts of the song that I actually really, really, really like. So I think for me it falls in the middle. I think I would put it in all right.
I'd put it in all right. Far above Australia, in my opinion.
I agree.
I think it's a good party song. I think it brings good vibes.
And it makes you want to move. Like if you hear it, you kind of like nodding your head because it has that bop.
It's funny. It's a good song.
Okay, now
Croatia.
Croatia with Mamash. So this song is something else, okay? And I think everybody knows that. I think you know it as well, that this is not something we are used to. But it's Eurovision, so there's always one crazy one, and I think that takes the cake of a crazy one for this year. And I have a very mixed feelings about it. I hated it the first time I heard it. It kind of grew on me, but not to the point when I would consider it somewhere in the top tiers. Definitely. I think it's too messy. They're trying to do this Bohemian Rhapsody thing when you have like different styles going throughout the song, but it doesn't feel as organic. It feels very disconnected, and that's what kind of takes away from it overall.
I think what you just said is intentional. I think they wanted to be weird. I think they wanted to not match together that well. And I think everything from the staging to the lyrics are supposed to be like turbulent and weird. I think I agree with you. I think it's really Eurovision. It fits perfectly in the competition. Well, if we compare it to like previous years, it's weird, and people expect this type of weird on Eurovision.
It's like Banana last year. Give that wolf a banana.
Yes.
From Norway.
Yes, though I did enjoy the one from Norway last year, and I did not enjoy this one. I think it's too weird for me. It's just, I speak for my tastes, and this is just not there for me. I appreciate it for what it is. It certainly has an identity, it you recognize it, you remember it, so they're kind of like hitting the right notes there. But I mean, I won't be surprised if it gets a lot of points. The points would just come from me.
Yeah, I think it's gonna do good because of that shocking factor and because it's televoting now in semifinals as well. So I think people will vote for it just for the sake of how weird it is. But I mean, it still has it has a spot in my heart somewhere at the very, very, very bottom. But it has, especially Mały Podły Psychopath, which is something I'm gonna call my cat next time she wakes me up at 4 a.m. But I think we could put it in awful.
Awful.
I don't think, because I don't feel it's as bad as Albania or Azerbaijan.
I agree with that. I think a lot of people will disagree with this, but I think a lot of people will agree as well.
Again, all goes down to taste and to your own opinion. So if you disagree with us, that's fine. This is just what we think. Okay, Cyprus.
Cyprus, what do you think of Cyprus?
Cyprus is, for me, boring. Don't get me wrong, it's a nice song, but there's nothing amazing about it. There's nothing I connect to. Like, it doesn't do anything for me emotionally, and it doesn't do anything to me production-wise. So I just find it, like, to be honest, it's like a little annoying brother that wants to play with you, but you're like, okay, yeah, go there, do your own thing. And that's it.
I think that it is boring, but it's not at the same level as Azerbaijan, for example. It's a different type of boring. This I can actually listen to and be at peace
with yourself.
You know what I mean? I don't dislike it, but I don't like it either. It's just in the middle for me.
Yeah, I would agree. That's what I'm saying. I find it boring not because it's slow or anything. I just find it boring because I can't connect to it in any way, shape, or form. But I don't think it's a bad song. It's just personally, I'm not a big fan. So where would we put it then?
I don't think it's going to make it far in the competition either. I think it's gonna be in the lower end of the votes. I will see about that. But what I'm thinking about now is it better than Croatia?
I would say no.
So you would put this below Croatia?
I would put this below Croatia. What about you?
I would put this above Croatia, actually. I'm just not a fan of Croatia this year.
Should we rock, paper, scissors for it then?
Let's go like this.
Okay.
And at the end we talk about it some more.
Okay. Now we get to the first point when we
disagree
a lot.
We disagree a lot. I really like this song. I think it's unique. I think I want to hear more of it. I think about it often. Your opinion is different, isn't it?
It is, because for me, I don't really like it. I don't know why. There's something missing. I can't tell you what it is. I really can't. I've been thinking about it long time, and I just can't. There's something that's not clicking. And it makes me very, very sad, because I really like when people are singing in their national tongues in Eurovision. I think it's very beautiful, and it allows me to get to know the countries better. And I think that was the whole idea, right? Let's introduce ourselves to each other. And I can understand quite a lot as a fellow Slavic speaker, but it's still, although I can understand so much, and I usually get very excited and I really like the songs that I can understand, this one is not doing it for me. So he thinks it's one of the best songs in the competition, and I think it's just overrated. It's overhyped, in my opinion.
I think it, it has a lot of its own thing, its own identity. It's very unique. The thing is that this is catchy. This sounds like, the theme song for a badass queen from Wonderland or something. Where would you put this?
I would put it almost there, because there's something missing. So it's almost there to be good. It's almost there to be liked by me properly, but it's not.
I would put this in above average, and if not amazing. So I guess we're gonna have to go in the middle, right? On all right.
Yeah, let's put it on alright and then.
And okay, all right. For you, below Australia. For me, above. Okay, let's put it in
No,
the middle then.
I can agree that it can go before Belgium. I can agree with that. I can give that to you, but overall, my opinion, almost there. Now, Denmark, and the very robotic song. Now, I really liked this song the first time I heard it. I really did. Like, we were sitting on the couch watching song after song after song, and I really enjoyed that one. But after a while, I think the robotic thing it just becomes too much. It gets annoying. It actually gets annoying. If it was only on one line at the end of the chorus, I'd be fine with it. I really, really liked it. It was almost amazing for me. It was definitely above average. Now I would just put it in alright because it's a nice song. It's like a sweet, like it kind of gives me that One Direction vibe back in the day when boy bands were big. So I was like, I would definitely could hear One Direction singing the song. So I had a big sentiment for that kind of songs, like for example, 2021 and Fallen Angel.
Mm-hmm.
This song I still love it to this day, but because it doesn't have that annoying robotic part, unlike this one.
I agree with you. I think this guy would definitely fit in a boy band of some kind. You liked it more than I did at the start.
I definitely did, yeah.
But yes, it is annoying.
It is, unfortunately.
I do like those effects, but if you use those effects during the whole song, it just becomes the whole song.
Yeah, I think it's just because it being used in the chorus, so the part that repeats the most, that's why it gets annoying. Like I said, if it was just one line of the chorus like the last one, I would be absolutely fine with it. But if it's every chorus and it goes, I think it becomes like louder and louder. It becomes like an alarm clock, you want to turn it off and you can't.
Okay, so I think we both agree this should go on Almost There.
Almost there.
The results for Denmark will depend a lot on the staging and the performance of the competition. This can either go really well or really badly for them, I think.
Yes, I agree. Well, we're hoping it's gonna go well. We're hoping that for everybody, but that's very true.
Now, tell me.
Is it better than Armenia or worse than Armenia?
I think it's better. I think it's better.
I agree. I would put it there as well. Estonia. Estonia is one of those which again I really liked when I first heard it. It's a beautiful ballad and she has an amazing voice, right? The bridges and the music video also was so beautiful. But it got boring for me.
I agree with you. I think the song is average for me. The energy is average. I forget about it, so maybe it's either at the bottom of Almost There, or it's awful. For me.
I would put it also in Almost There. I'm not sure if I would put it at the bottom. I think I would still put it above Armenia, for example.
Okay, yes. I agree with that. Above Armenia.
Above Armenia, below Denmark.
I'm sorry, Armenia. It's just our taste, okay?
It's not you, it's us. We promise. It's not you.
I really like Armenia as a country, and I hope to visit one day. But
and last year they did so good with Snap. Snap became such a huge song.
Yeah.
It's still like on the radio here. Like I drive to work and I hear Snap on the radio, and it always makes my little heart happy because it's a Eurovision song. Usually they don't get much mainstream attention.
She was the one introducing me to Eurovision like properly and making me listen to the songs. And of the songs I listened, of the songs I paid attention to, I still remember Snap.
Because it's a good song. It's a very good song.
And I remember the staging as well. Very well.
We were just laughing that, you know, if you watched Eurovision last year, you know what it looked like and you know what people in the stadium saw for the 3/4 of the song.
It was fun. It was fun for us, not for the people at the stage, but not for the people at the, what do you call the
stadium?
The stadium, the chairs, the seatings.
This on the seats, benches.
Don't you give a name to like the amphitheater? No.
No, because this is in the arena. Let's call it the arena.
Well, the people watching it live. How about that?
Okay.
It wasn't fun for the people watching it live.
It wasn't. And now,
Cha 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 or whatever the name is.
Cha Cha Cha, which is a controversial one for us because we do not like it.
We've watched a couple of videos about like people's opinions, and there is a lot more people liking this one than I expected.
That's true. There's a lot of people, and almost everybody's in love with this song. They're like, oh, this is the best thing that has come. I'm hoping he's gonna win. Like, it's an underdog. You see, it doesn't do it for us. It's as simple as that. It's a weird song, and I think it comes with the taste again. So like we said, please don't hate us. It's just our opinion. We just don't like it. We don't connect with it, and it's just.
I have to say that it is a weird song. It has that Eurovision vibe. Some of these songs lack, and it is way better than for me. It is way better than Croatia, for me at least. So I would put it on Almost There, maybe at the bottom of Almost There. Where would you put it?
I think I can agree with you on that one. I remember we were talking about it at the very beginning. We were putting it in atrocious.
True.
But I think it grew on us, but it's still not what we would like to listen to.
You know, when I recall this song, when I remember it, on the rare occasions I remember it, I don't really dislike it. I really think it's at the middle.
Yeah.
So at the middle, but at the bottom.
Bottom middle
of the list. Okay.
Yeah.
And now we have
France
with évidemment.
France with évidemment. I like it. It's an easy listen. It's interesting to listen to. Her voice is also amazing. I think that her voice is what does a lot for this song. And there's the techno part to it as well, which makes it not as boring, although it is quite a slow song when it comes to the pace.
Yeah, it is groovy. It makes it more groovy for me, the techno part.
So I would put it above average.
Above average. So for you, it's okay.
Yes, yeah. It is better than Czechia for me.
Yeah, for me, it's not. But we agreed to put Czechia in between. So let's put this below Austria.
Okay.
Yeah. And now we have Georgia.
Georgia with Echo.
Can you remind me of this song? See, I forgot about this one.
That's the part. That's the interesting part. I don't recall it that well.
Okay.
It's that's my problem with this song, because a lot of people likes it. I keep forgetting the song. I keep forgetting how it goes. I keep forgetting the lyrics. It slips my mind every time. Every time we talk about it, you ask me about this song, and I'm like, I don't remember.
Should we give it a listen?
Okay, let's go.
Okay, so we listened to it, and I feel kind of guilty for forgetting about it. Actually, it's not that bad of a song, really, for me at least.
It's not bad of a song, but I never said it was a bad song. I just say it's forgettable. I really forget about it. I don't know why. There's just.
I don't think it deserves awful though. Maybe at the bottom of Almost There. See, it shouldn't be below Finland, in my opinion.
In my should.
Okay.
Because Finland, at least I remember.
Since you gave me Czechia to be at like the top of all right, I will give you this one.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
And okay, it's worse than Finland. And now we have Germany.
Blood and glitter, sweet and bitter. No, in all seriousness, we're not big fans of Germany.
I think this is worse than
You think it's worse than sh?
I do, because at least sh is memorable. This
and
one is just. I'm sorry, Germany.
We're just not a big fans of the song.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing it's atrocious. But does it deserve...
Is it atrocious? I don't think it deserves atrocious. Maybe bottom of awful.
Bottom of...
Is it worse than Cyprus though?
I don't think so. I think Cyprus, because this one has this exciting quality that it's metal. It's metal in Eurovision, so it's still like they start screaming and they get like, I don't like it, but at least something is happening. When with Cyprus, it's just like, yeah, dude, we get it. You're gonna be heartbroken. You don't want to be heartbroken. That's fine. And now we move on to Greece. Greece, which we both thought was
Ireland.
Ireland.
The dude looks Irish to me. He still looks Irish to me. But I guess it's Greece.
And there's something in his voice. He sounds like a mix of all the big British singers, if you know what I mean. He's like something mixed between Ed Sheeran and George Ezra.
Also,
and...
he kind of looks. Remember, like that conversation we had. He kind of looks like that actor from Peaky Blinders.
Yes.
Kind of.
You pointed it out that he looks like Cillian Murphy, and I can't unsee it now.
He kind of looks like a young, maybe sibling
to him.
Yeah. The song though,
I like it. It grew on me. This is one of those that grew on me. I listened to it the first time and I was like, okay, another ballad, Jesus. But then I actually had the pleasure of listening to it more times because I was like cleaning or doing stuff when it was like playing in the background. And I started listening to it properly, and actually it really grew on me. I like the lyrics, I like the melody. It's like I said, it has that quality of being easy to listen to. It's like an easy, chill pop.
So it's alright.
I would say, yeah, alright, or maybe very low above average, to be honest, for me.
So better than these two, better than Czechia, for you, yes.
For me, yes.
Better than Because of You.
Yes.
Okay, let's put it below France then.
Yes, it's still gonna change. It's probably gonna change. We're gonna look at it and be like, okay.
I would put it in alright, honestly. I think Czechia is way better, but.
Well, it's still.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it at the end. Now we have Iceland.
Iceland with power.
Very drum and bassy.
Okay.
I think it's very energetic. I think sometimes I dislike it and some other times I like it. I like the energy of the artist at least, and it is memorable. It is better than last year for Iceland, I think.
Yes.
It is not better than 2021 though.
Nothing is gonna beat Iceland in 2021. I was so sad when I found out that they couldn't be there for Eurovision 2021, that they had to stay in Iceland and that it was just a recording because the song is such a bop. But anyway, going back to Iceland 2023, I agree with you. I sometimes like this song, I sometimes just don't care for it.
I think it's alright. I think it's better than Australia, actually.
But worse than Belgium, I agree.
Yeah. You agree with me?
I do.
And now we have Ireland.
The real Ireland.
The real Ireland. The people with their covered faces on the video we watched.
Yes, that was I kind of understand what they were going for because the song is called We Are Young. We Are One. Sorry, not We Are Young. We Are One. So I kind of understand what they were going for.
It reminds me of Australia last year, actually. He kind of had his face covered as well at the start, but he said we're not the same. So we are one, but we are not the same.
It's very deep.
Is it?
We're gonna write that song for next year.
Yes.
That's the plan.
We should cover our faces too as well.
Like half, just go like this.
For what country do we go then?
Oh my god.
She's Polish, I am Portuguese, so we cannot go.
We cannot go for either then.
We're gonna have to compete against each other.
Let's go for Iceland.
Then they're not gonna have us. They're not gonna like us.
You never know.
No.
Well, anyways, what do you think about the song? What do you think about We Are One?
I think it's average in everything. I think it's not a bad song.
It's not.
If I listen to it again, I don't dislike it. I don't mind it.
Mm-hmm. I agree. It's not something amazing. It didn't blow our socks off, but it's easy to listen to. It's nice to listen to, and I wouldn't skip it if it came on the radio. But it's nothing to write home about, basically.
I think it's better than Georgia, better than Finland, better than Armenia.
I would put it at the top of almost there.
Yes. Okay.
I think that's a good placement.
And now Israel. I remember Israel very well. I think it's a good song. I think it's fun.
I think it's a memeable song.
It is a memeable song for sure. I think it's like Israel always does good in my opinion.
They have this very specific vibe to them, very specific style. They always stand out in some way, shape, or form.
I'm very curious about what the staging will be and what they will do in the actual stage, because she's not gonna be like
Hanging upside down?
she's not gonna be hanging. Maybe she will. You don't know.
Yeah, you never know.
But she's not gonna be half a woman, half horse.
Well, I mean, we had the Dancing Wolves last year, so who knows? Maybe she will have like this costume, you know, like on Halloween, the bottom of the horse.
Maybe.
I don't know.
There's a lot of things they could do, but that's besides the point. I do like the song. I think it's either alright or above average for me.
I would say alright. I like it, but it's nothing very amazing.
At the top of alright then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I
we
can
go
agree
with
with that. I can compromise that.
And now Italy.
Italy. I should be excluded from this narrative because if you know me, you know that I really, really like sad Italian songs. So that for me, it's amazing. And it's not very, how do you call it? Objective. The rules do not apply.
So you think your opinion is going to be biased? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, because I do like slow, sad Italian songs.
That's what we are discussing anyways. It's our taste in music and what we like and what we don't like. So you can still give your opinion.
Okay, I really like it. It's very moving. He's a great vocalist. I'm very happy that we got the live version to watch, the one from the festival, because last year Italy broke my heart. I kind of felt like they ripped my heart, stepped on it, and then threw it in a bin with the live performance, unfortunately. So I think he's gonna do better, and I still think it's a very good song, and I listen to it and I cry myself to sleep with it.
I think last year's song was better. The studio version was better.
I agree.
Now, when it comes to stage and performance, I think he will do better than Prividi.
He will definitely.
It is a good song. I'm not a big fan of these types of songs, and even I can see like its potential and like how good it is. I think it's either alright or above average for me.
Can we put it in above average?
Above average, maybe
before Greece, but not before France.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was about to suggest. So let's put it here.
I'm glad we agree.
Italy there. I wouldn't put it there at the start when we listened to this song the first time, but now it's one of those that grew on me. Now that dude, that kind of looks like the dude from Switzerland last year. What song is this?
Latvia.
Song. I don't remember.
Don't cry, I try to.
I remember now.
The music video with a bunch of people like jumping and hands shown and him getting.
It's a bad sign I forgot about that song, but I remember I liked it. I remember I liked the song.
You can still like it and you can still forget it.
I think it's emotional. I think it inspires a certain feeling, and I think it is a good song. I hope it makes it far, though I think it's not gonna make it far.
I don't think they're gonna do good, just because it's such a slow, emotional song that you have to actually sit back and feel. So unless they're being very captivating, it can just get lost in the sauce. Good example of that was actually the year when Portugal won. Because when he was singing that song, like everybody was quiet. The whole attention was on him because he was so charismatic. And this one, if they can pull it off, it's gonna be amazing. But if they can't do that, it's gonna just get lost.
We'll see. There's a lot of fun things they can do with the performance
and the staging.
I'm excited to see what they do. I despite that, like aside from all that, I think the song is a good song. Overall, even like outside of Eurovision, I think it's a good song.
I'm not crazy about it, but I can understand where you're coming from. So it's your choice.
It's our choice, and according to what you just said, you would put it on almost there, maybe.
Yes.
I would put it here on this tier list we're making. I would put it below Czechia. So maybe if we mix our opinions, you should put it at the bottom of alright.
Okay, yeah, I can. Although I would put it above Australia.
Ah, there we go. Yes.
I would put it above Australia.
I
I
like
don't
that
think it
better.
deserves the bottom of
But
the tier.
in your opinion, then Iceland is better.
Yes.
Okay. And now this song, I remember this song very well.
Tuto or Stay, depends which title you heard.
This is Lithuania,
Lithuania.
and I really like this song.
Me too, and I think she kills it in live performances because we saw it first as a live performance on the Eurovision playlist, and it was so good. And I listened to it, the studio version, and I think the live performance is so much better. So I really do believe she's gonna do great, and it's a great song. I really, really like it. I listen to it frequently, and in my opinion, it should be an amazing. But this is my.
In your opinion, it should be an amazing. So this is the best song so far for you.
Yes.
Okay.
And I strongly stand by it.
Though I agree, this is one of the best songs here. Again, I will still defend Czechia. I will still defend Czechia. I think Czechia deserves more. We're gonna talk about it at the end. It just pains me to see Lithuania at the top and then Czechia on. All right. I guess I'm gonna have to accept this for now, and we jump to Malta.
Malta. It's a hard one because I do like it, but it gets boring after a few listens.
It's a chill, it's groovy, it's vibey. I like it. I think it should be either on almost there or alright. It shouldn't go below that. It doesn't deserve to go below that.
I agree. It doesn't deserve to go below that, but I also don't believe it deserves to go above that. I think I would put it either at the very top of almost there, or you know what? Actually, I would put it in alright before Australia. I'm so sorry, Australia, but you are bottom at alright.
Now we jump to Moldova.
Smarela Siluna.
I cannot repeat what you just said, but I really like the song. I like how they feel so traditional once again, like last year, but different. They're giving me Ukrainian vibes from last year. I like it when they do traditional stuff and use their own language instead of English. I like everything about this. I think for me, this should be up there on amazing.
I can agree. I didn't like this song the first time we listened to it. I was like, oh my god, nah. But it grew on me since then. I agree with the whole thing that they speak their own language, they use traditional instruments, traditional clothing. It feels very pagan, which I like as well.
Yeah, I always like that. I liked France last year because of that.
Yeah.
And Ukraine.
Ukraine as well. So I do agree that it should go to amazing.
Now, a thing I argue with is last year for Moldova. The song was better in my opinion.
It was a different kind of traditional.
If you were comparing both?
If I were comparing both, I definitely liked the previous years better.
So, do you think this deserves amazing?
Maybe let's put it above average.
At the top?
I would still say past Austria.
Worse than Alempo?
No, you're right. Above Alempo. Above.
I'm a strong apologist of traditional. Go with your language. Go with your instruments, and you can still make good songs. They're a good proof of that.
They are. I do agree.
And now, your absolute favorite?
No. It's not my absolute favorite.
Not anymore.
Not anymore, because I did like it the first time I listened to it. I actually cried the first time we listened to it. Just like few tears, but they were there. I think it's still a good song. It's a nice song. I really do like it. I would still pull it up there high. But unfortunately, we got spoiled by one of the Eurovision party recordings when it doesn't sound as nice. And now, unfortunately, I can't disconnect to the two. So every time I hear it, I hear that performance, and it kind of loses in my eyes because of that.
You compared it to DVD from last year because again the studio version was amazing, and then the actual performance wasn't there with it. And I do agree with you. I think they did a bad job, but again, it is practice. It's not a competition. They can still do a really good job. We don't know. Maybe they're just not,
Maybe it wasn't their day.
or they're just not pushing their vocal cords, or they're like, I don't know. I don't know about these things, but I'm hoping for them. And I remember when we listened to this the first time, I was looking at the screen and I was like, yeah, it's a pretty song. It's like heartfelt. It's beautiful. And then I looked at you and I was like, oh damn, like she's crying. So it's it is a special song. If it makes people cry, I bet she wasn't the only one crying while listening to this song. Respect for that, right? It should be. We should give it the benefit of the doubt for now, and put it above average at least.
I would say above average. Maybe the song, if I only think about the studio version and all that stuff you said, I would put it either above average, very high, or even bottom, amazing. That's my idea. That's my.
Okay, but considering what we know about this song, including the bad stuff, maybe in between France and Austria.
Okay, let's do it for now.
It would be fair for now at least. I hope it does better than that. And again, no disrespect to Austria and France, because those songs are really good as well. This song is amazing. I like the lyrics, I like the message. I made reference to this song twice today already.
Or 3 times even.
3 times, so it means something, right?
It does.
And now, Norway.
Queen of the Kings.
Is that the name of the song? Queen of the Kings?
Yes. Her name is She, Queen of the Kings.
Okay.
Running so fast.
Right. I remember when I was a kid, there was this show where was this like warrior princess. It was a live, it wasn't an animation or anything.
Warrior princess.
I think it was warrior princess or something, and she was wearing an armor, kind of like she's wearing. It was in the 90s, maybe 98. You were 2 years, so you wouldn't remember.
I was 1 year old in 1998.
So yeah. I'm an old guy. Give us your opinion about Norway first.
Norway. I like Norway. I didn't like it at first, but I like it more and more. And I think it's just a nice song. It's a good anthem. If you have a bad day, you put it on and you suddenly feel like you're on top of the world. If you're a girl. If you're a guy, then sorry.
It's not about the lyrics. I didn't like it at first, and I still don't like it. It's just not my cup of tea, I guess. It sounds like a theme song. Again, it sounds like a theme song for some spin-off of Conan the Barbarian, where the protagonist is a female warrior.
It's a TikTok song. It's a TikTok edit song, which is exactly what happened to that song. Because I was talking about Eurovision with some people here that usually don't follow the competition, and a lot of them knows this song because of TikTok and because of edits. So it's a good TikTok edit song. It's an alright song, but I don't think it stands its ground against Italy or France or Netherlands or Greece or even Israel.
So people actually made TikToks with the song?
Yes, this song was huge on TikTok. Everybody was doing edits with different characters.
Was but isn't anymore.
I think it passed by now. I think the trend passed by now, but it was there for a good minute.
Okay, I had no idea. Where do you want to put it?
I want to be honest, the more I look at the list, the more I'm like, I kind of want to put it in alright, right? At the bottom. And then in my head, I'm like, but is it better than Ireland? Is it really that much better than Denmark, So I kind of think it should go either between Estonia and Armenia or between Armenia and Finland.
I was about to suggest you could put Ireland on alright and Denmark as well, but I don't think they should be there. So yes, Norway should be on almost there as well.
I agree.
In front of who?
I said either between Estonia and Armenia or between Estonia and Finland. Definitely before Finland. I'm not sure about Armenia.
You mean either between Estonia and Armenia or Armenia and Finland? That's what you mean? Is it better than Armenia then? Is that what we're discussing here? I don't think it is better than Armenia. I like Armenia better.
Okay.
And now, your country.
And I'm gonna refrain from saying anything.
There is a big thing going on with this song. There was one other song, at least one other song I know of, that deserved it more than Blanca. Is that the name of it?
Yes, Blanca.
I remember that, yeah. And I listened to that other song, and I think it's 1,000 times better than this.
But we're not here to discuss that. If you know what happened, you know what happened. If you don't, you will find your answers.
I do have to say that she maybe she's getting more hate than she deserves. The people that decided who goes are the people that should get the blame for this.
Yes, I like. Don't get me wrong. I am not happy that she's going. I don't think it's a good song. I don't think it's the best we have to offer as a country. But she's put in the position, and she's gonna do her best. And obviously, I may not be happy with what her best is, but she does not deserve all that, let's call it just hate, that's spilling over the internet. She's not a good vocalist when it comes to live performances, so I don't think we're gonna do that well, and I don't like the song, and I would put it in awful, if not atrocious.
I hope she gets some votes.
Yes,
just so that it doesn't become a sad thing in the competition. But overall, it is a catchy song. It has more energy than Cyprus, for example. The lyrics are not anything special, and I think it's kind of weird that they put her name behind.
I actually think they scratched that idea.
It's a good idea to scratch it, because this is like she's representing a country, not
herself.
Yeah. Where does it go though? It should be atrocious, right?
Yes. I'm sorry, but it should be atrocious in my opinion.
At the bottom of atrocious?
Before Albania.
It hurts. It hurts to put Albania at the bottom though.
It does, but hey, somebody has to be the worst.
We're
not finished yet, so maybe,
Exactly.
Never
We're
know.
not finished. And now my country.
Portugal.
I think people like it better than I do, actually.
Mm-hmm.
From what I've seen online, at least, it's a good song. Again, it's traditional. That's a good thing, right? They are doing their thing. It sounds authentic. It sounds Portuguese. It sounds light-hearted as well, which is a good thing. I don't know if you know what I mean when I say that,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not winner material for me, at least. It should be above, almost there, maybe.
I'm gonna put it that way. Should it win?
No.
Is it gonna win? No. Is it fun to listen to? Yes. Does it make me want to dance? Yes. Do I appreciate it as a cultural piece? Because let's face it is a cultural piece. Yes. So I actually think it should be in all right.
Now, where on all right? I agree with you. It should be on all right, but where?
Above Czechia. And I'm gonna leave you with that.
I don't think it's above Czechia.
Then put it, where would you put it?
I would put it maybe, Czechia is already here. Hold on, let me think about it. So, it is better than Australia in my opinion. It is better than Malta.
Mm-hmm.
It is worse. Is it?
I don't think it's worse than Latvia. It's two completely different songs. It's very hard to compare the two.
But that's what we're doing. We are comparing.
I know.
So maybe, yeah, okay. I think it should be here.
Okay. I can live with that.
Just because you know what I think about Czechia already. And now again, another Another song that
we strongly disagree on. So I'm gonna start because I am not a big fan of this song. I actually hate this song. Okay, maybe hate is too hard of a word, but I do not have any joy while listening to this song. I don't know why. I don't know what it is about it, but it doesn't do it for me. It just doesn't. I don't know. Well, I appreciate the fact that they're not singing in English. That's a good thing. That's what I like to see. But I don't know, the whole vibe, it just feels off to me. I know they're trying to go for like that sexy kind of a thing, and it just doesn't do it for me. Although I do find the artist very, very handsome. It's just not working.
it sounds like you are contradicting yourself.
Okay, he cute, song not.
Okay. I don't even consider like the sexiness part of it. I listen to the song and I like the song. I think it's catchy. I remember it. I love his voice.
Okay, yeah.
And maybe the staging is not the performance, I mean, is not what you hoped it would be, but nonetheless it's a good song in my opinion. I know there's, again, like online there's a lot of people that don't like it, but also there's a lot of people that do like it, so we're just in the two opposite sides of the spectrum here.
I think it's one of those where they love it or hate it. There's no in between.
I think Romania should be at the top of alright or at the bottom of above average. What do you think? Where would you put it?
To be absolutely honest, I would put it at the bottom of almost there.
So we should go in between, like in the middle. It would be either at the top of almost there or at the bottom of alright.
Put it after Belgium. San Marino, smell you like an animal.
Where does it go?
Atrocious.
What do you think about it?
Atrocious. I don't like it. I don't like the lyrics. I don't like the melody. He looks like I don't know, like your uncle that got a drunk on a wedding reception and decided that he's a singer.
Okay.
That's the vibe that I'm getting.
I don't like the song either. I think it's forgettable. I think it's at the same level as Cyprus, in my opinion. I don't think it's worse than Azerbaijan.
Then put it at the top of atrocious, because I will not let it be in the same line as Croatia or Germany still.
Okay. And now, Serbia.
Samo mi se spava.
Okay. What do you think of this song?
It's the same thing I had with Constructa last year. It's an experience. It's not a song, it's an experience. It's weird, it's kooky, it's something out of the box. It's not something we're used to. I still think Constructa was better last year than this. I don't find it as appealing as her. I don't find it as interesting as her, and I don't vibe with it whatsoever. This song gives me kind of like video game vibes, like when you have like the beginning of the video game, like the first credits kind of rolling after the first few cutscenes. That's what I was thinking. That's the first time I saw it, especially with the staging, kind of giving it like sci-fi / outer space vibe.
Yeah, again, like the staging for me reminded me of Transformers. It looked like a robot assembling in the back. I liked it overall. It's a vibe. I like it. I think it should be alright, not worse than that.
I do agree it should be an alright, but I would put it above Australia, but after Malta.
Above Australia. So Malta is better than this.
Yes, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think I can agree with you. Yeah.
It's a different vibe, and I think I like just Malta more.
And
Slovenia.
Slovenia is that
Carpe Diem, the one in the hotel, like
yeah, I remember.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of it?
It's another one of those that grew on me. I didn't care for it the first time we listened to it. It was like, okay, it sounds like every other like 2010s song. But then I listened to it a few more times, and actually it did grow on me, and I do like it. Do I think it's the best song in the competition? No, but I do think they can make it one if they kill the live performance. So I can see it doing well if they do well on the stage, but it's not the best song out there in my opinion.
I think this one should be on Almost There.
I would agree with that if we put it on the top of Almost There.
So this is better than Denmark, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Better than Ireland. Even.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
In my opinion.
Okay, yeah, I agree with that. I think for me it's a forgettable song. Again, it's nothing special for me. It's not a bad song. It's just a song. One that maybe next year, if you ask me about it, I will not know what you're talking about. And now Spain. My neighbors.
Your beloved neighbors.
My beloved neighbors. The Spanish. I think last year was way better. It was more energetic. It was more memorable. The staging, the performance was amazing. We still don't know what this will go for. Maybe something similar to Portugal when it comes to what they're wearing. This one has a lot of fans, and maybe it will surprise me in the competition, but for now my opinion is not that great.
I agree. I think I appreciate this song for what it is as a cultural statement piece. I really do. But as an Eurovision song, as a song to listen to on like everyday kind of a basis, it does not fit for me. It just doesn't. It sometimes feels not right. So I would agree that it's almost there.
It's almost there, but where? I think it should be at the top of Almost There, maybe.
I would put it between Denmark and Estonia.
Okay, so Denmark is better. Okay, I can see that. Yeah, I agree with that, actually. Maybe I'm still not sure about Ireland, though.
You want to knock it off a few spots?
I'm just thinking, is Ireland better than Spain? I feel like Spain is better.
Okay.
We'll see at the end.
We'll see.
And now Sweden.
Another controversial one.
I know that Sweden has a lot of fans, and apparently I was told that this artist is pretty famous already in the Eurovision community.
She won with Euphoria, and with Euphoria became such a huge song afterwards. You could hear it everywhere on the radio, and not a lot of people actually knows that it came from Eurovision. Unfortunately, what I think is happening is people like her because it's her. People like this song because it's Loreen. If it was somebody else performing it, it wouldn't be as beloved. And I personally, this song loses me. I like the verses, I like how it starts, and then from violins playing and angels crying, it becomes too much of a, I don't want to say joke, but kind of a joke for me. And the whole tattoo part is just, that's when I completely lose my interest in the song. I think it has potential, but it just dies when it comes to chorus. It's the same problem I had with Jezebel last year. I really like the chorus of Jezebel, and the verse just felt like something they had to write really, really quickly because they have an idea for the chorus, but they don't know what to do with the rest. So that's what I feel with Tattoo. I feel they had the idea for the first few lines, and then they had to make up song to make it whole.
I agree with you. I think it's repetitive. I think she has a strong voice, no doubt about it. She's a really good singer. The song itself is not a big deal for me. I think she screams a lot in the chorus. It feels like screaming to me.
Yeah, like it's a very specific kind of singing. You have to like it to listen to it. But I just don't like the song. The song is just weak for me. It's simply weak.
I remember the staging, and it's like she's on the floor, right? And she has this wall of light above her. And when I see her screaming like that, it's like she's screaming for help. It's like she's about to be crushed.
Like, please get
even
me
see
out
her
of here.
going like that, and like, maybe with those long nails she can dig a hole and survive.
Maybe.
I can see with the song that she's an amazing artist. She is really good at what she does. It's not her. It's not Sweden. It's the song, for me. So
I
almost
agree.
there in my opinion. Better than Georgia, definitely better than Finland, better than the She Queen of the Kings. Is it better than Denmark?
No. And I don't think it's better than Spain, and I do not agree that it's better than Norway. I think it's between Norway and Finland.
Okay, we put it in the middle then. Maybe
Yes.
above Armenia. Because my opinion is somewhere here, your opinion is somewhere there.
So between Armenia and Estonia?
Yeah.
Okay. Switzerland.
Switzerland. I don't want to be a soldier.
Water gun, yes.
And then there's these asteroids floating around him while
Yes,
he's walking.
exactly.
Yeah, I remember that. Switzerland did such a great job last year.
Yes, it was so sad. I cannot tell you how our hearts broke when they said that Switzerland got 0 points from the public, because we both loved Boys to Cry. It was, and his performance, the way he was on that stage, and
his voice was really good.
it was amazing.
He's an artist that deserves more than what he got there, and the song was good too.
Yeah,
in my opinion at least.
and he did such a good job.
Now this year, I think this is weaker. This doesn't inspire any feelings. It's just your average artist singing in an abandoned factory with floating asteroids around.
I kind of can see the similarities between Switzerland and Greece.
Yes, I agree with you. Though Greece is better in my opinion.
Yes, that's what I want. That was the point I was getting to. Although they're similar, I think Greece does it a little bit better. There are like few twists there and tricks that make it more interesting. Here, it's a nice song. Like, don't get me wrong, I do appreciate it as a song, but I don't think it's, for example, as good as, let's say, Belgium or Portugal or even Serbia, to be honest.
So, it's not awful.
No.
But it's not at the same level as the ones on our All Right. So
No.
almost there.
Almost there.
Maybe closer to the bottom of almost there.
Yes.
Where though?
I would put it actually between Armenia and Norway.
Between Armenia and Norway. So better than Norway, in your opinion?
Yes.
Okay. I think it's worse than Norway actually. But I would put it here.
Okay.
So let's leave it here.
Okay.
And now we have Ukraine. Ukraine is another one that
I don't like.
Yeah, she doesn't like Ukraine, and
The song, not the country, the song.
she doesn't like Ukraine. That's all I have to say. And the rest I'll leave it to your imagination. I like Ukraine. I don't think it's better, not even close to last year.
Or 2021.
Or 2021. I really like the one from 21. And I think this one is super chill. It's, sending a message I can't quite decipher because it's in Cyrillic, like those letters behind the singer. And on the singer, because it's being projected onto him, right? From what I remember. I like the vibe of it. I think it's something I would, I would listen to outside of the competition, and that means a lot to me because I'm not as into Eurovision as you are.
It's not like I hate it, but I don't like it either. It's just, it feels like neutral for me.
So for you, it would be on almost there.
It would be on almost there, yeah. It would be at the bottom of almost there. Maybe.
Really?
Maybe before Georgia, maybe before Finland, but no higher than this.
So Norway is better than this for you?
Yes.
For me, this will be all right. Maybe at the same level as Portugal or even better, looking at this tier list. So I say we average it and put it at the bottom of all right. What do you think? Maybe to make it even more fair, we put it in between Denmark and Ireland. How do you feel about that? Yeah, I know you like it. You don't like it. I know you should put it below, but I think you should put it above. So.
Okay, let's go with your replacement.
Okay.
I'll just pretend I don't see it there.
Yeah, it's the same thing with me and Czechia.
The United Kingdom, indeed. So one of the best songs of last year.
Yes, and the worst song of 2 years ago.
That's your opinion.
I stand by it. I really didn't like what they brought to the table 2 years ago. But last year they did absolutely amazing.
Songwriter, hats off to you.
It was like
Amazing.
super good. This year, not as good, but still
Decent.
I think that it's at the same level as Israel. I think it should be somewhere on all right.
Yeah,
I think it's a catchy song.
I can live with that. I absolutely agree. It is a catchy song, and it's you want to listen to it, and then it stays in your head.
I think the lyrics are not anything special. I think she even goes like la 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 or da da da.
Da, 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 da.
And that's like that's 20% of the song.
I think so. For me, it's the same case as Austria, because it's a great production. The song has a great production as a music piece as a whole. It's very nicely done. The lyrics is just, it's nothing. It's like literally something you would write in your diary when you want to get out something, and it doesn't have deeper meaning. You don't really have to look, with a magnifying glass to find out what they mean. It's just a straightforward breakup song that's super catchy and that you're gonna sing afterwards for a few days because it's gonna stay in your head.
I agree with you. Where should we put it then?
Okay, I'm gonna give you that. Let's bump Czechia to above average and put UK in its place.
I like this better, yeah.
Okay, so now it's finished.
It's finished, but
for now.
It's finished, but I think we do agree on the ones on top. I still think it's fair to put Czechia at least above Greece.
Okay.
For me, based on what we have seen, Lithuania might win. Is that it?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to kind of point out too, because according to our tier list now, it's Lithuania is the one for the win.
And is it? If we think about all of the rest, if we think about the performances as we've seen them,
I think we should kind of switch it up a bit. Like, I would add a few more to amazing, just so that we can, because let's face it, guys. Let's face it. It's not the best year out there. This is not a good year for Eurovision. 2021 was way better. 2022 was way better. This is an average year, so it's very hard to find a song that would actually stand out to that level.
Without seeing like the Eurovision pre-party, you would put Netherlands on amazing as well, wouldn't you?
I would definitely.
So what do you say we put Netherlands on amazing, but at the bottom of amazing?
Okay.
And you forget about what you've seen there, because maybe they will do a good job.
Okay, I can live with that. Well, in that case, we should also put Austria and Moldova, in my opinion.
Yes, maybe above them, just to give the benefit of the doubt.
Mm-hmm.
And Czechia.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Now, France, I think it deserves to be at the top of above average. Italy deserves to be there, yes. Greece, okay.
Do we think someone from alright should get a promotion to above average?
I think maybe Israel should. I also think Romania should, but you really dislike it, so it doesn't stand a chance there.
No.
What do you say we put?
Okay, I can live with that. I can live with.
At the bottom of all right?
Yes.
And what do you think? What we're looking at now. If we're putting things like further to the top and maybe further to the bottom, I think Ukraine should go on alright. At the bottom of alright.
Okay, we can do that, but the more I look at it, I'm so sorry, Australia, but I think you should be almost there. It just doesn't. When I look at all the other songs we have there, I look at the United Kingdom, I look at Belgium, and even Latvia. It just doesn't. It doesn't feel to be at the same level.
Okay.
And you can put Ukraine in alright at the bottom.
Okay, Ukraine here.
I would just bump down Ireland.
Bump down Ireland to where?
Before Switzerland. Between Armenia and Switzerland. Armenia.
like this.
Mm-hmm. I think this is alright the way it is. I think, like I said before, it's not the greatest year for Eurovision. So I think the fact that we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 songs, which we consider a bit better than the rest of the pack, says a lot. I still think it's a lot of them out of 37, 9. It's quite a good number, but I think the ones that deserve to be there are there, and that's it.
If we compare this year to last year, there is a couple songs that would be above Lithuania here.
I agree.
England, for example, Ukraine, for example,
Sweden last year.
Even Moldova last year was better than Lithuania this year, in my opinion. I think, though, that when it comes to votes, there are some here that we have at the bottom that will do better than we expect. The Croatian one is one of those, I think.
We will see. Like we said, like it's all down to live performances. It's all down to votes at the end of the day, because again, Brividi, amazing song, such a bad performance. But based of the studio and music videos that we've seen, from what we've heard, this is our list, top tier list.
And it's just our, casual opinion. We're not taking this super seriously. We're just doing this for fun. Also, this is our first video
ever.
If you have any constructive criticism, if you have anything to say, if you want to share your opinion, we'll be glad to read it. We just really hope you like it.
And if you enjoyed your time with us, maybe give us a like. Think about subscribing. We're gonna be doing more stuff, talking about different things, but Eurovision is the one that we both like. It's something we have in common, and so we decided to start with this one.
And that's it.
Thank you very much, and see you soon.